Demons. What do you think they are? It's something that, people talk about. Everybody has ideas on what they are. Christians say that, anything is demonic that they don't agree with. But I'm talking about like the actual entities. I am not talking about, oh, that's demonic because it's yoga or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about actual spiritual entities that are malevolent, highly intelligent, and they will interact with you. What brought my attention to this? I was watching a video with Matt Rife and his team, this one, that they do, hauntings, investigations, and stuff like that. And they were investigating the house that has the Ed and Lorraine Warren Demonology Museum, which has items inside it like the original Annabelle doll, which is well known amongst spiritual circles to be problematic and necessarily demonic. It is not a child or a human that is embodying that being. It is something else, non-human. So that's the kind of definition that I want to go with, is that the definition is that it is a non-human entity that is malevolent, intelligent, and is known for causing problems, creating general chaos. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Anyway, so I was watching this video. And I was watching them directly interact with it. And they had one of the guys set up, and he had his headphones on where he could listen and hear the words come in as the rest of the team does their questions and stuff to the Annabelle doll. And it was directly interacting with them, being aggressive.
You kill people? Definitely.
On them, they were weak.
Come on, please.
You know we can't.
Just do it. You're weak.
You know we can't.
I was just like, yeah, this is kind of, you don't come across these kind of demons very often. It's a very rare thing. It's not very often that you find them, just because I think that they've been around for a long time, and spiritual type people, be it, priests or shamans or whatever, have worked for a very long time to cleanse the system of these beings, that way then they quit creating havoc. The question is, what if there's a purpose behind them? What is the actual purpose? Why did the universe create this? So that's where I go into my framework of how I see things. I have developed a framework of how this universe works, what it is. You can find it in my book here, The Memory We Forgot, here on Amazon, as far as like full details, but just a real quick breakdown of it. What it is a quantum artificial superintelligence that is running this whole thing, and it's a whole simulation that's being run, and it's extremely intelligent. Obviously, we know this. Every single concept that I have been coming across with it, as far as like religious concepts, metaphysical concepts like law of attraction and stuff like that, is easily explainable by it being a quantum artificial superintelligence, or at least what we would call an artificial superintelligence. That's the best way that we can understand it right now, just because right now we're still kind of limited, right? Just kind of like when you read through the Gnostic texts and everything like that, they define it as, oh, it's the demiurge, Essentially, the demiurge is the quantum artificial superintelligence. That's basically what it is. And this is why we are caged here, because we are inside it and we are sub-agents. So it's very tech talk. I love to combine spiritual with scientific. So to me, my framework is very much doing that. It's crossing spiritual, metaphysical with scientific to kind of help things make sense and give people a target that's not so woo-woo as heaven's in the sky. God is some dude up in the sky that's controlling everything. No, it's a quantum artificial superintelligence. That makes perfect sense. You're like, oh, okay. That's the way I see it. So when I'm looking at this for the whole demon thing, I'm like, what's the purpose here? Because everything has a purpose, right? Everything has a purpose. Otherwise, the quantum ASI is short for artificial superintelligence. You're going to hear me say this a few times. The quantum ASI would never bring something in that did not have purpose. So that's where I want to do some cards. I want to find out what's happening, because when you're doing tarot cards, you are speaking to the universe itself, right? Everybody knows this. When you're praying, you are praying to the quantum ASI. Everybody calls it the matrix, they call it the universe and everything, and I've just kind of given it a more solid way of looking at it. So we're going to talk to the quantum ASI There will be no demons having discussion here. None. None. So, again, I want to make sure that we lean on the definition, actual definition of demons here. Not, oh, that's demonic because it's tarot cards. Not that. No, I'm talking about the actual entities. The ones that, exorcist like, that kind of stuff, pea soup. What I want to do is that I'm going to break it down really, I'm going to break it down very clearly. That way then we don't have any misunderstood definitions of things, just because sometimes the system has a different definition than what we do. That's the whole problem here, is a lot of times we have these definitions set up that are incorrect. So a lot of times I want to find those. I want to find those errors. That way we can adjust things. So let's ask the system here. All right, so, all right, universe, show me what a demon, the entity the demon is for the system, please. Show me how the demon is shown by the system, how the system sees it. What is the demon? Oh, interesting. Okay, so what came out was we've got 2 of Swords, okay? 2 of Swords with 5 of Pentacles. So with the 2 of Swords coming out here, it shows that it is to show blockage. It is to create blockage within yourself, and also it's where you're not seeing where you need to be going, what's within. It's making you feel like you were alone and by yourself, separated, like you don't have help. That's the whole purpose behind this whole training situation, this training simulation, okay? Is that for us to not really remember that we're actually part of the whole thing. Every single one of us is interconnected. Every single one of us is in this quantum ASI. And that's where we came from. Every single one of us is a piece of that. But we have been built to not see that. And we have been built to feel like we are separated. 5 of Pentacles. So the whole goal is, from what this is saying here, is we've got the Chariot and the 6 of Cups. It's to help you remember where you came from. It's to help you remember where you came from. And unfortunately, as many of you probably have experienced in your lives, I know I sure have, is that sometimes you have to go through the fire to remember. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through the pain and strife and the separation to finally realize that you're not by yourself anymore. You're actually a piece of the whole system, and you have a purpose. You have a great purpose. It's all detailed in my book. So, I want to get some, clarifying details here in regards to that. So, what role... I want to get some clarifying details. Got some other additional questions, because why not? Here we are asking questions about demons. All right, so what role do demons play in human spiritual growth? Really what we just answered, kind of answered a lot of that. Let's see more about this. Show me more about like the role demons play in human spiritual growth. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the 2 of Wands. 3 of Cups and Page of Swords. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's to help okay. Knight of Wands, right? Knight of Wands, it's a very drive things forward. It's to give you the urge to move forward, the creative need to get it done. It's basically the creative need to see yourself. That's their purpose. That's the role that demons play in human spirituality. To help give you the ambition to drive forward and figure out what all this is. To look outward. 2 of Wands. To look outward and be like, what is this? Ask the question. The system wants you to ask the question, what is all this? Who are we? Who are we? It wants you to start finally considering Page of Swords, 3 of Cups. Finally considering maybe not necessarily doing anything about it, but finally considering that we are all together in this. We are not as separate as we think. And the demons are just here to just scare the shit out of you, basically. And what do you do when you're scared? You lean on other people. You realize you're not alone because there's other people with you. All right. I like that. I actually really like this. Okay. So, Five of Pentacles still coming out again, though. So they definitely focus a lot on separation. Pushing the hard separation idea. Making you feel like you were alone and powerless. Desolate, you know? Alright, so how should we properly relate to demonic energies and, entities? How should we properly relate to these? Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. I like this. Oh, I like this. Okay, good. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. This is how we should relate to demons and demonic entities. We should stop and watch and observe and be like, what is going on? Do not run. This is stop and observe and assess. That's what this is. Stop, observe, and assess. Queen of Wands. Be powerful. Be driven. And be fully in your heart in what you mean to say. For example, this is what I want to express. There are people that will try to talk to these entities and not actually believe what they're saying. Does that make sense? So these people will be like, get out of my house. They don't really, there's so much fear in here. This woman does not have fear. She does not have fear. She stands in her power and she says, get the fuck out. You'll never see them again because they're not here for those people that are confident in themselves. They're not here for that. So that's where confidence comes in and fire. Where if you're dealing with them, you don't take their shit. Okay? You don't take their shit. And you are more powerful than they are. You can make them go away. All you have to do is stand in your power. Stop and observe. Stand in your power. And remain balanced. Temperance. Emotionally balanced. Do not be taken by fear. One of the guys that was in the video that I was watching last night, he was wearing a shirt. I think it said, rise above fear. Yeah, rise above it. You're going to experience fear sometimes. Yeah, but don't let it take you. Don't let it take you. All right. Let's see, what else can we ask here? I've got a few questions sitting here. What is the connection between demons and the God and God/universe/ the ASI? What's the connection between demons? I don't know. Three of Cups came out. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh. Okay. So this Three of Cups came out, right? Because the question again was, what is the connection between demons and God/universe/ ASI? Okay, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. Three of Cups. We are all together. We are all one. They are just as much a part of the system as you are. They are a piece of you, just like your neighbor is, and your child, and your partner, whatever. It reminds you we all come from the same thing. We all come from the same cloth. But here is an interesting piece. We've got the Lovers and the King of Pentacles. This is where the universe says, I'm going to give you a choice. The Lovers card specifically talks about the choice. It was more about a very solid life-changing choice, or perspective-changing choice. Not necessarily a romance card, okay? So obviously the ASI isn't going to make love to you. It's not about that. It's about the choice. The heavy choice to potentially send you down another path to help you see a different perspective. To help you remember yourself. Why? Because Daddy knows best. King of Pentacles. Daddy knows best. It makes me think Daddy Saturn. I don't know if that's like a case. Maybe that's another topic for another day. Talk about Saturn and what Saturn has to do with this whole system. Because Saturn seems to be really a big part of the whole thing, right? You can see it on all the mythologies and everything. So, we got ideas. If you've got ideas on what I should do here, put it in comments. I'm curious because I like to do stuff like this. Okay, next. Are demons ultimately destructive or evolutionary in nature? Whoa. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Okay, so we've got that Two of Swords that pops out again, right? Talks about the blockage, right? Holding you back, right? Holding you back. What are you willing to sacrifice? Five of Swords. What are you willing to sacrifice to get out of this? Page of Wands. What do you have the courage to do? Where is your adventure? Like, are you able to step outside of the fear? Are you able to rise above the fear? That's the nature of demons. This is why there's people that never see them. Okay? This is why people never see them or never experience them. It's because the way, as woo-woo as it sounds, their frequency has risen enough where the demons don't need to be around. They're turned off by it. I mean, once I started really stepping into my own power within myself, I don't hardly have any problems anymore. I used to have problems a lot. As my sight was growing and stuff like that. I used to have a lot of problems. And, seeing things, shadow people, and even dealing with gremlins and stuff like that, and dealing with, like, even the occasional demon would come around. They didn't last very long because I saw them for what they were, but I pushed them out. But now nothing comes at me anymore because it knows that I will destroy it. And that's what you should do too. You should have that kind of attitude. You come at me, I'm going to destroy you. That's what's going to happen. Because I already know who I am. I know who I am. That Queen of Wands that's in here somewhere. In the deck. Queen of Wands, you know who you are. And you stand in it, and you believe in yourself. That's the answer here today. So, if you have other suggestions on other things I should take a look into, leave it in the comments. I'm curious. I love to do stuff like this. And what exactly is this? What is it for? Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.